This is for work?
Yes, ma'am.
There was me thinking you're doing something romantic.
This is romantic.
Huh?
This is romantic.
No, it isn't.
Why not?
Oh my God,
Let's
whatever. Babe, it's Orcs now. I
It's
just want to go
not
home.
Girl, you ain't going nowhere. We're just getting started.
Baby, I really just want to go and have a matcha and go and pick up Ari at this point.
Okay, you can have your matcha. What else do you want to do today? Let's make sure this is right.
I don't know. What is this?
What do you mean?
Like, what are we doing?
We're having a conversation.
No, babe, we could
Just
do this at
husband and wife.
home. We don't need to come to this.
But look at
view.
this! Ah!
So annoying.
How can we possibly do this at home when we have this?
Don't scream. There's people around.
I don't see anybody around. So, what have you been working on lately? What do you want to
Damien,
accomplish?
this is cringe. No, babe. I'm not doing this.
Baby, this is
Baby.
what I had planned, and now you're going to just abandon it?
What, though?
What do you mean? This is the Voyager Talks.
I'm not doing a Voyager Talks with you, Damien.
Baby, we are here. The cameras are set.
You're
We're
so-
doing a Voyager Talks.
Damien, I'm not doing
Is this your marker? Baby, come on. Let's just
Baby,
have
you
a
have to
conversation.
tell me in advance what we're doing. I don't
It was a
see-
surprise.
What surprise?
This is the surprise. So we're just going to have a conversation.
Okay, what do you want?
I want you to know that I love you and that I'm proud of you and that God put me here on this planet
God.
to motivate you and
Baby,
to push
I don't
you.
want to do this.
Put your phone down.
Maybe.
Let's let go of your phone.
I need my phone.
You don't need your phone. We're going to put the phone down for a second.
Baby,
We're going to have
I'm
a
like
conversation.
not in the mood for this.
Yeah, well, it's never a good mood to do it, okay? Now
Okay.
we're all dressed up.
No, no, you copied the exact same thing I'm wearing. I'm not doing this, babe.
What do you mean I copied the exact same thing that you're wearing? I put this on first, darling. I was wearing this first, remember?
I'm tired. I'm too tired for this.
No, darling. Come on. That's a much better place right there. I like that. Okay. So, what's new?
Baby, it's awkward for me. I can't do this.
What do you think about
could just
aliens?
talk. I don't know, Damien. I'm not doing this. It's so awkward.
Baby, can you please?
Babe, no, you have to get me in the mindset to do
Baby,
something
please
like this.
go with this. This is the authentic Voyager Talks. I don't want it to.
Yeah, but like at
seem
least give me
as
a
if-
heads up that this is what we're doing.
But I told you, I said, hey, put on some clothes. We're going to go somewhere nice. And we're going to have a conversation. I said, there's going to be no food. I told you everything you needed to know. You act like I led you down some candy cane lane expecting some type
Yeah,
of
but I ain't
gingerbread
got
crackers
energy
and
for
stuff.
this.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't either, baby. But
I
it's
know
this
I'm in
thing
the
called
headspace
content.
for this.
I know. So let's talk about your headspace.
No, Damien, I'm not talking about my headspace.
You want to talk about my headspace?
Yeah, go on. Let's talk about your headspace, Damien. What are you doing? What are you accomplishing in life?
All right, well, just so you know, this is going out. So if you want everyone to think that this is how it goes, then okay. But let me tell you about my headspace. My headspace right now, darling, is very much focused on accomplishing as much as I can accomplish and very much focused on pushing my YouTube channel, very much focused on building my brand, my personal brand. My idea is if I can take my brand to the next level on YouTube, then the music will come along with it as long as I have the audience to support, which I am also building and cultivating right here by being honest, by being true, by being transparent. For those of you who don't know, this is my wife, Thakshayini Selvanchandran Hudson. This is episode 3 of the Voyager Talks. What is the Voyager Talks? The Voyager Talks is my new podcast that I'm working on, in which we have real conversations, real reoccurring conversations with real people that I love and value in my life. Truth be told, I wanted my wife to be the very first episode, but it didn't work out last time, trying to get my wife out the door to do this as a surprise. Previously, on a day that we both had a free schedule. It just didn't line up for whatever reason. My wife is a Taurus, so perhaps but it has, oh, I'm sorry, am I boring you? This is going on YouTube. Okay, so if you want to sit there and yawn in the middle of my spiel, in the middle of my intro, you just telling the whole world what you think about your husband's podcast, and that's okay. That's all right with me. If that's the authentic.
I am just tired, Damon. You got me out here.
You didn't have any coffee this morning? No?
I didn't have a strong coffee. Not strong enough for this.
Not strong enough for this.
At least get me a you don't know what to do, actually.
We can go get a matcha after, darling.
You should have done it before.
Well, did you have some coffee at home? I grinded you some fresh beans.
It wasn't enough.
You know, there's a lot of women out there that don't have a man to grind them some fresh beans.
No, okay.
We have to be thankful for what we have. Look at where we are. I thought that this would be a great opportunity to get you outside of the city, maybe look at it, so you can manifest what you want. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's this book out there. It's called The Secret. And I have been desperately trying to get my wife to read.
I've read it before.
Well, I want her to read it again. I want you to read it again, Thakshayini, darling. I would like you to read it again because we, as a couple, have to, come on, give me your hands.
No.
Give me your hands.
Oh my God.
See? You didn't realize. See, I'm doing it all in one.
Ow.
This is time for me and you. This is time for us. It's time for us to build. And it's romantic too, because we're spending time. My wife thinks that I'm cringy all the time. What do you think, ladies in the comments? Is this a cringy thing to do? To bring your wife out here and to have a organic podcast in the air?
I like to do podcasts in like...
Well, that's not what this is. This is a different kind of podcast.
And like you got me out in public.
There's no one here, baby. It's completely empty.
This man
There's
got
no
me out
one
in the
here.
middle of nowhere to do this podcast. Lord, save my soul.
So I want you to look at the world that you're living in. You're on top of the world right now. I want you to look at this, and I want you to imagine. Maybe, come on. Imagine the world you want. Imagine what you want. Imagine the future you want. I know you don't want to imagine that with me right now, but I want to do that with you right here, right now. Come on, baby. This is why I brought you here. This is special. I didn't bring Drew to the best view in the city. I didn't bring Justin Campbell to the best view in Los Angeles. I brought you here. And this is where I wanted to start it with you, to start this journey with you here. I wanted to. So, come on. No room for being sad right now. It's okay, you can let it out. There's nothing wrong with crying. People cry on podcasts all the time. I saw Joe Rogan cry the other day on his podcast. He was talking about fighters that have went down, some of his friends that have been in big fights, and he had to watch his friends go down, and he broke down. A grown man with grown children. He broke down on his podcast, and millions of people watch it. So if you think I'm going to cut this because you're breaking down, I'm not. And it's okay to break down because I'm here for you. I'm here, baby. I'm here. And this is the place to do it. You think this is public? This isn't public. There's no one here. This is the place to have this conversation. Not in a park. Not on a beach. This is why I'm doing this podcast like this, because I think this secluded environment, this atmosphere in nature that is pulled away from what we are all so focused on and caught up in and worried about. All of our worries are outside of nature. When we step into nature, we get the opportunity to reflect. One of my favorite places to reflect at the University of Arizona was Mount Lemmon, which I still want to take you and Aria to, because it had a perspective similar to this. I was able to go on the mountain And I was able to look back at the city and reflect on what I want, reflect on what I want to accomplish, reflect on my dreams, my hopes, my wishes, my ambitions. You know, I think so much of this fairy tale dream, la la land, American dream accessibility comes from this delusion of creating this idea of what you want. I know it's cheesy, I know it's cringy, I know it seems like hocus pocus, fake magic bullshit. But in reality, we have to imagine the world that we want if we want to change the world that we are in. And if we don't want to change the world that we're in, let's keep imagining the world that we don't want to be in. Because you're only going to get it again and again and again. It's exactly what The Secret says, right? So come on now. Come on. Come on.
Babe, I'm fine.
Come on.
That's okay.
Let's take a second to just sit here and just rub microphones and let it get squishy.
No.
Let's take a second just to hold hands and just reflect. All right, you don't have to say what you want. I want you to think about what you want, baby. You don't have to say what you're working on. You don't have to say what your objectives are. But I do want you to think about it. You can have anything you want. Remember? It's your world, baby. That song is nothing but The Secret. That's all it is. This is nothing new. This is nothing special. This is nothing foreign. This is nothing that I have created. It's all about really make believe. You got to make believe. You got to imagine what you can have. You got to imagine what's out there. You got to imagine the heights. You're a bird. You're as free as a bird. Leonard Skinner. Do you know that song? You know Leonard Skinner? You don't know Leonard Skinner? My wife is from London. She is from the west side of London, y'all. So a lot of American pop culture, she, right over her head, yeah? Straight over. But if you look up right now, Don, look at these birds. See these birds flying around? Look at those birds. You are as free as a bird if you want to be. If you want to be. But see, these birds too, if they wanted to, they could stay in their tree or in their bush or wherever they live, and they could never move if they wanted to. And what would that access? Where would that put them? Where would that get them? You know, mentally, this is what I'm saying. You have to fly. You have to imagine the true identity that you want to have. And until you imagine it, you're literally stuck in the place that you don't want to be. Do you miss home? Do you miss home since you've left? Most recently, we were in London in August. You were there for about a month. You feel like you're kind of, your London hourglasses kind of ready to tip over again? You ready to go back?
No.
No? You're not ready to go back to London? You don't know if you're ready to go back to London. I mean to visit when I say, are you ready to go back? Are you ready to go back to visit? If you could hop on a plane right now and go to London right now, would you go in this second? Why not?
There's too many things to do here.
Too many things to do here. Okay. What do you want to do here, baby?
Baby, I'm not doing this on a podcast.
Baby, you know I have to put this up, right? I don't want to put it up because you think that I'm bullying you or trying to sensationalize your agony. But we didn't come here for nothing. And I'm not going to allow you to give up on this. You know, we're building a YouTube channel together, right? This isn't that channel. This is my channel, but in order to get to that channel together, we have to be comfortable with doing this at any moment. Do you want to do a YouTube channel for you? Do you want to create your own brand? Do you want to become a model? Do you understand that YouTube can get you there? Do you want to get back into design? That's just a car. It's just a car. It's a car with a bad exhaust? Or is it, maybe it's a good exhaust. Some people actually like that. There's a lot of nature out here. Do you like this spot? Does the spot look familiar to you? You've never seen this before in any of my shoots? No? I came here once with Dijon, actually. And the Cowboys, the West Side Cowboys. This is where we filmed some of their content. But you don't want to talk to me about anything? Politics? Pop culture? Music? Beyonce? This is the only time in the history of our relationship I'm laying out the red carpet for you to talk about Beyonce. You don't want to talk about Beyonce? You don't want to talk about goals? You don't want to talk about the future?
Not on camera, no.
So am I going to be able to use this, or did I waste my time?
Well, I didn't know you was going to do this.
Maybe I wanted to do this, and I wanted you to, I don't know, I thought that if I did this, you would feel like, oh, he's including me in his podcast. I never thought that he would want to use me. This makes me feel good. I was trying to make you feel good. I was trying to empower you and invite you in and let you know that you are a valuable voice in my life. And I admire and appreciate everything that you say. And I just thought, you know, it would be a cool opportunity to bring on a woman, you know, and there's no other woman in the world that I would rather talk to. So I thought that we would have a conversation. But I guess, you know, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to talk. We can try again another time.
It's just
what? Tell me.
You caught me at the wrong time.
Well, baby, I told you ahead of time. I told you this. I said, you know, put on something nice. We're going to go somewhere. You saw me loading up all these cameras.
Yeah, but I didn't know if that was for you. I don't, like, babe, I'm just not in the headspace or the head frame to talk right now.
That's okay.
I'm just overstimulated and stressed.
It's okay, baby. You don't have to talk. It's okay.
I know you're trying to do something nice, but yeah,
It's all right. It's okay, baby. Baby, this is an opportunity to let all that go. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm really trying to help you. I'm not trying to make you look bad or force you to do something. I thought that this would help you. I thought that we could have a conversation to build you up and motivate you. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to make you feel sad or bad or...
I'm just not ready to have a conversation.
It's okay. I understand. We can turn it on. You want to go back to the car?
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You want to do something for you?
I'll just wrap it up. I'll just talk for a second and then... Here's your phone. There you go.
I'll wait for you.
No, go to the car. It's fine. I just want to... Just go sit down. Relax. It's fine. Oh, let me get the mic. Thank you. So, that's that. The Voyager Talks. The authentic one of a kind, one and only, organic, anything goes podcast. Now, hopefully my wife allows me to use this. I will get her permission before I upload this, and I'll ask her probably 3 more times to make sure she clears it. And if she does, I will post it. But I just want to take a moment to maybe reflect on what just happened. For starters, I think I'm a good husband. I try to be the best husband I can be, and on further note, I think I'm a good person. I try to be the best person I could be, and I try not to offend people or hurt people. I wasn't trying to offend my wife or hurt my wife in any way. I was really just trying to empower her and excite her about this, invite her into my world, into my realm, the Voyager Talks, my new podcast, which I want to be raw and authentic. Maybe there's a lot of people out there that can relate to that moment that just happened there. And if there's anyone out there that feels like my wife, if my wife were still here, what would I say? I would say, baby, it's okay. If you don't feel good today, it's okay. You are going to be okay. But you have to understand that you're only going to feel as good as you want to feel. And if you want to feel really good, you have to know that you feel really good. You have to internalize that. And if you have to manufacture it artificially, just by saying it and just by thinking it, it's much better than just dwelling on what you are worried about. Because when we dwell on what we're worried about, it's like this little hole that started in our blue jeans, and we dwell on that little hole. Soon enough, that hole becomes larger. We dwell on that little hole. Soon enough, that hole becomes this massive gap between the thread in which our knees can expose themselves through the denim. Sooner or later, that hole rips apart and we don't have jeans at all. We just have shorts. And at that point, can the jeans be repaired? I do believe we could always sew those jeans back together. I think patches on jeans actually look pretty cool, if you catch my drift. There is hope for you out there, ladies and gentlemen. I think it just starts with a conversation, a comfortable conversation, a respectable conversation in which people feel comfortable. Once again, by no means am I ever trying to make anyone feel uncomfortable, not my daughter, and especially not my wife. But this is so authentic, I feel like I have to share this moment in this conversation, because I don't think every podcast is going to go well. I don't think every day is going to go well. And it's just important to show that, Sure, Los Angeles, California, it doesn't rain in Southern California. Well, it rained this morning, and these clouds suggest that it might rain again. But remember this, ladies and gentlemen, this storm shall pass. I believe that is a biblical verse, something along those lines. But whatever cloudy day you are feeling, whatever cloudy moment you are caught up in, just know that it will pass. It can pass. It can pass. It will pass. All you have to do is just allow it to pass. Envision the world that you want to create, and everything else is irrelevant. It's all irrelevant, ladies and gentlemen. How long did this go? Just about, 30 minutes? Guess that's it. Can I rant much longer? I don't think so. But perhaps I can provide some soothing elements here with a flight, maybe a nice flight will help. Maybe just this is the time to reflect. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, ladies and gentlemen. I know this world is very challenging right now. And I know everyone is being challenged. I know this world is not easy. I know that. And, if anyone out there listening to this right now feels alone and feels challenged and feels like they need someone to talk to, but they don't know who to talk to, and if maybe you don't have anyone to talk to, well, you can talk to me. You can DM me. You can reach out to me in whatever way, and I will respond. We can start a conversation right here in this comment thread on the comments section of this podcast video, or we can have a private conversation. I'm quite all right with that. I have no problem with having a private conversation, especially if you feel like you need someone to talk to. I feel like we all need someone to talk to. And I feel like in this day and age, that's one of the biggest problems with society. No one is talking. And because no one's talking, things just aren't going well. I feel like we're all in a much more difficult state of mind because nobody wants to have conversations. I've had, outbursts with family members because they didn't want to talk and they didn't know how to talk. And we can't forget how to talk, ladies and gentlemen. We can't. We literally can't. Never forget how to talk. So important. Talking, having someone, or even listening. Just listen. Never forget how to listen. I think that's another big issue with this day and age. Nobody knows how to listen. Because nobody's listening, we're not getting anywhere. Gotta listen. Got to. If you don't listen, then we have hit a wall. We aren't moving. If you don't listen, no one feels like they're being heard. And when no one feels like they're being heard, we got some problems, ladies and gentlemen. We really got some problems at that point. That's why there's war. That's why there's bad politics. I mean, look at what's going on right now. I feel like I say it every podcast. I don't want to make this a political podcast, but when you look at what's going on right now in the political landscape of everything, people have really lost their minds. And, if we're not careful, we're going to end up in a place that we don't want to be. I don't even know what's on this camera. Or on this memory card, I should say. This ain't the one because I don't know what's on it. And it's not letting me see. Enhanced display. Darn it. Transmission settings. Let's just take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to be thankful for what we have. Let's take a moment to be grateful for those around us. Let's take a moment to acknowledge anyone that may be in need. And if you have someone that's feeling blue, be there for them. Be patient to them. Listen to them. Respect them. Help them if you can. And if they don't want to be helped, don't help them. But I feel like a lot of people are going through this right now. I don't think it's just my network that's being affected by all of this. You know? How much can we take when you're constantly being bombarded by negative news? Constantly being bombarded by negative words. Constantly being bombarded by just negativity as a whole. It's just very easy to get caught up right now. It's almost as if that's what they want. It's almost as if they want you to get caught up right now. All right, we got 20 minutes on this. Let's get it. Let me see if I can catch flight right here. Let's take a flight to reflect about everything. Very nice. Oh, before I do that, my balance at 5,000. I hope that's okay. Let me just double check our video frame rate real quick. So this is the DJI Avata 2, and I'm flying, by the way, if anybody wants to know. Very fun drone. Yeah, it's nice to get out of LA and look at it sometimes. Nothing like it. City of Dreams. City of Angels. Los Angeles, California. It can make you, it can break you, it can take you, it can fake you. Los Angeles, California. I think it's the greatest state in America. Truly. I truly believe it's the greatest state in America. Truly. You get the ocean, you get the canyons, you get the valleys, you get the desert, you get it all. Los Angeles, California. Voyager Talks. And cut.